It is 2 a.m. on Interstate 80. You are hauling a 10,000-pound load when the dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. Your truck immediately drops into limp mode. A decade ago, you would grab your toolbox, slide under the chassis, and get yourself home. Today, you are stuck on the shoulder waiting for a multi-$100 tow truck. Most people think it is just because modern trucks are too complicated. They look at the massive touchscreens, the intricate hybrid powertrains, and they accept defeat. But the complexity is not the real reason you are stranded. The truth is much more intentional. The mechanical components of your truck, the suspension, the axles, the core block, are tougher than they have ever been. The barrier is not forged from steel. It is written in code. Consider a simple sensor failure on a modern F150 or Ram 1500. The physical replacement takes maybe 10 minutes and requires nothing more than a standard socket set. You can buy the exact OEM part at any auto parts store. You can easily install it on the side of the highway. But turning the wrench does not fix the truck anymore. The main computer refuses to recognize the new hardware. It throws a digital tamper code, assuming the vehicle is being compromised. Your truck is physically healed, but completely digitally paralyzed. You are staring at a perfectly capable piece of American engineering that refuses to move because of a software disagreement. That wall is the proprietary diagnostic handshake. Dealerships do not want you fixing your own vehicle. The sales floor barely keeps the lights on. They rely entirely on the service department for their highest profit margins. To protect those margins, corporate manufacturers locked down the software architecture. You need a specialized digital tool to talk to your truck. We are talking about a proprietary scanner that costs thousands of dollars up front and requires a massive annual subscription just to stay active. An independent mechanic down the road might not even have the necessary security clearance to clear the code. So you are forced to tow your perfectly capable truck directly into the dealership bay. A technician plugs in a laptop, clicks 3 buttons to authorize the sensor you already installed, and the service writer charges you $200 for an hour of labor. It is a legalized toll booth standing right between you and the open road. This ecosystem of control did not happen by accident. Follow the money trail. Over the last few years, automotive lobbyists have quietly spent millions of dollars fighting the right to repair movement across the country. Their public argument is always about safety. They claim locking the software protects the electrical grid from hackers and ensures strict emissions compliance. That is a brilliant piece of public relations strategy. It sounds incredibly responsible to the average politician, but it completely ignores the daily reality of the American worker who relies on that specific truck to feed their family. When an independent owner-operator loses 2 full days of work because a software glitch requires a certified dealer reset, the manufacturer is not protecting anyone. They are simply protecting their total monopoly on the repair market. They watched exactly what equipment companies did to farmers with tractor software, and they brought that exact same restrictive playbook to the pickup truck market. Here is the cold, hard reality of buying a new truck today. You do not actually own it. You just bought a very expensive $80,000 license to operate the hardware. As long as the manufacturer holds the digital keys, they control the vehicle's destiny. But you are not entirely powerless in this situation. A massive underground network of right-to-repair advocates is building active workarounds. Smart owners are pooling their money to buy decentralized diagnostic software. Third-party engineering firms are relentlessly cracking the digital handshakes, releasing bypass modules that let you clear your own codes. Communities are sharing open-source software that forces the truck to accept new parts. The era of the simple roadside mechanical fix might be over, but a new kind of digital survivalism is rapidly taking its place. If the corporate suites are going to lock the doors, it is time for owners to learn how to pick the digital locks. The manufacturers think they have already won this war. They assume you will just quietly pay the tow truck driver and accept the massive dealer markup without a fight. But the truck community has always found a way around a roadblock. Research the specific third-party bypass tools available for your exact model before your next long haul. Do not let a manufactured software glitch leave you stranded in the dark. What was the absolute worst repair you were forced to take to the dealership simply because of a digital lock? Drop the exact model and the final cost down below. I read every single one.